Here we go. Hello everyone, hello. I'm just gonna wait a little bit so that everyone can connect. Welcome. Hello. So I'm just waiting because there's some more people joining us. Hi everyone. First, this is Martin Solveig, and I'm really happy to be on Periscope because, as you know, I love Periscope. Today is a bit of a special thing. I've been communicating on this on my socials recently, and so I'm going to start today a new experience, which is a kind of a class, a workshop to help the young producers, the young DJs, to sort out their production, and I'm gonna try to share my experience. So basically, if you're there more for like the lifestyle of the DJ, the DJ booth, and the girls dancing sometimes, or the guys dancing, or whatever, well, this one will maybe not be for you. This one is really for the young producers and the young DJs. Are there any connected right now? That's my question. Any young artists? Yes, 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 yes. The accent is pretty strong. You're gonna have to be used to it because I'm French and I can't help it. Okay, yeah, we got a couple of young producers and future artists right here. Well, this is great. And I'm gonna tell you a little bit about this broadcast that I'm gonna try to do more or less every week on Sunday. I'll of course keep you noticed, and hello Vegas, hello everyone, hello Ableton, hello Ableton fans. Well, you're in the right spot, you're in the right place. We're going to talk about that. So yes, again, who am I doing this little thing for? I'm doing this for all of you guys who are maybe new or maybe young or maybe just starting in the production things, or the guys who want to be DJs and producer, who want to understand a little bit how it works, and to want to improve their productions as well. I'm going to try to share a little bit of my experience of making music, share my passion for making music, which is very important, because that's the reason why we do things. And I just want to make a quick precision. If you're just a DJ and want to be just a DJ, that's, first of all, I love you and I respect that, and it's definitely possible to be just a DJ in the future and have fun and actually make a career out of it. This thing will be a little bit less for you, but I do a special workshop about DJing techniques, how to become a better DJ. Basically, but this is more for producers. This is more for guys who want to make music, make beats, stuff like this. So if you're with me, this is great. Finally, I'm doing this for the guys who want to be noticed and have a chance to get noticed, probably online first and then even maybe outside of it. So I think everyone's ready. Everyone knows what it's all about, and I'm gonna start by asking one question to you guys. Why do you make music, or why do you want to make music? That's my big questions to you. I'm gonna check the answers. You want to make music because you love it. You want to make music because it's fun. As a medicine for all, this is great. I can't speak French because I don't think that everyone here speaks French. Because it's a passion. Because you're a perfectionist, I love that. There's no better music genre that doesn't make sense. Why do you want to make music? Because there's no best music genre. doesn't make to make people know who I am. This is fun, um, because music is life, beautiful. Um, because you're an audio professional. We have an audio professional. Welcome, my friend. Okay, this is great. This is what I love about it because of course there's a lot of comments. So yeah, one of the first thing of succeeding, if you consider this as an entrepreneur or as a business, music is a passion. It's the passion for the music itself, and it's also I think the reason why people have made music through time is to share this passion, is to share a lot about themselves that sometimes they can't really share in a different place, to share their emotions, to share their feelings, to share their personality, to share that, and to communicate. These would be my two main thing. I personally make music to share my love and my passions and a lot of things about myself, and to communicate with you guys, and to communicate with a crowd, whether it's a big crowd or a small crowd or a very very small crowd. When you start, you engage a very small number of people, and that's great. And I think it's really important to be precise about this, to have the right purpose, and it's absolutely fine if you tell me that you are a 13-year-old and nobody, you have the feeling that no one loves you or whatever, and you want to make music to sort of, get away from it and sort of share your anger. This is great, as long as you want to share some emotion, something personal. That's the good thing about making music. Okay, so we've figured out why we do music, and we've figured out what this is all about. I'm gonna now explain why I want to do this. First, I want to do this because I think it's fun to do it on Periscope, because I can check your comment, I can check your questions and try to answer them at the same time. The second reason I do this is because I got, through the last 5, 6, 7 years, a lot of requests from either you guys or sometimes your parents, talking to me about schools of becoming producers, schools of becoming DJs, all these stuff. To be honest, I'm extremely, extremely cold about all this stuff. So I don't know if you've ever considered it. I don't know if you are considering it. I've never heard of a school that will make the next producer and DJ, or at least never heard of a serious one. I've never heard of anyone in the game that has made it by going to one of these schools and then exploding to the universe. So I'm extremely cold about this, and I want you to be careful to avoid the guys who want to sell you dreams about becoming the next Tiesto or Avicii. I think these guys are all wrong, and so basically I just want to do that to bring a little bit of a contribution to, because it's true that there is not a lot of help out on the techniques of making music and everything. So that's the other reason. Don't go to shitty school. Check a lot of things on the internet, and eventually follow this little workshop, and we'll try to figure out a couple of stuff. About the school, though, there are a couple of things that are great if you really want to become a professional producer, musician, etc. If you're at the music class, the classic one, the conservatoire, as we say in France, this is absolutely great, and I love that. The other great course that you can follow is a class of musicology. There is one at Harvard, so this is a pretty serious stuff. There are ones everywhere in the world. And musicology is something that can help you. Finally, if you're more on the technique of making music, of course, any sound engineering technique will help you. So these are the free courses that you can take if you want to be a professional producer, musician, and to really enter the game and do some kind of studies on the side of that. You can do this either classic music school, musicology, or sound engineering and techniques and stuff like this. Mes amis, mes amours, je vois 250 commentaires sur parle français, c'est pour tout le monde et donc je ne peux pas parler français. I'm sorry, I can't speak French, I have to speak in English. If that's fine with everyone, I can't do it in every languages at the same time, so I'm just gonna keep going in English if that's fine with you guys, okay? And that's great. Final reason why I wanted to do this little program is because I've been lucky, and I want to share a little bit of that with you guys. Well, like hopefully the next, yeah, I should probably do it in Russian. Yeah, okay, that's beautiful. The choose of the energy level, the structure, how to make the beats, how to mix, how to choose the ingredients that you're gonna use, which bass, which synth, which everything. Okay, so that's one thing. We're gonna talk about inspiration and where you can find some ideas, where you can get your inspiration. We're gonna talk about techniques to sort of make some tries, because you're not gonna get the result in one click. So a couple of techniques that I use to go to the result. We're going to talk about technical stuff a little bit. I know you love that. I've seen a lot of comments about technical stuff like drum programming, compression, sidechaining, all these stuff. This is actually very, very funny because I said, so we're going to talk about making music. We're going to talk about you guys and what you want to know. And everyone was like, okay, I want to know more about layering, or I want to know more about sidechaining, or all these things are super technical stuff that are super useful at some point, but they are like far from being the most important thing, or far from being the thing that we should start with. And so to start with, we're going to start with the beginning, and we're going to start to understand one thing. And this is the only thing that I want to share today with you guys. Over the last years, I've listened to 1,000 demos coming from young producers. I've listened to 1,000 remixes on some kind of remixes contest and stuff like that. And among the 1,000, there was 995 remixes that had the same problem. It's not really a problem, but this is the thing that will not get you anywhere else and will not get you started, is that it was a pure copy of something that was already existing. And the first thing you need to understand, and the thing that we're going to talk about every week here with this little workshop, is how to be different, how to be yourself, how to be your personality, your sound, the thing you want to say. I'm sure that when you listen to some of my tracks or some of the tracks of your own, you say, oh, this sucks. This is awkward. This doesn't mean anything. And that's great. What will give you a chance, if there is any, is to be 100% personal in the music you want to make, in how you make it. And you'll see that some techniques are used by everyone. But of course, when people use the same technique to make the music, they arrive to the same result. So we're going to see how it's possible to twist some techniques, to instead of using the compressor that all the producer use, maybe use another one or use another preset or do it upside down. And I repeat, this is maybe the theme of the whole thing I want to talk about. To have a chance of success, you must be yourself 100%, and you want to be creative in your own way. And you want to be different. Different is good. You know, different is not always good. Sometimes at school or when you're a kid or whatever, but when it comes to a creative process, being different is essential, because this is what eventually will make you noticed. And yeah, this is a very, very important key. So I've spoken for a long time already. So I'm just gonna let you talk a little bit because I've talked too much. So shoot, if you have some questions, just shoot your questions first, and then I have just a little game to finish and to sort of emphasize the things that I wanted to talk about today. I'm checking. Okay. Okay. Yes, we are going to start making a track from the beginning at some point. Actually, probably starting next week or the week after, we are going to start making a track from zero and try to understand how it's done. Yeah, we'll definitely talk about structures. Structures are extremely important, and it's actually something quite basic, this one. So we'll talk about that because it's important and it's basic. About the soft that I recommend, I don't want to really recommend any soft because, again, you're going to choose the soft that you like. Most of the demos that I will do with you, I will do them on Ableton because this is the software that I use myself. I don't think it's necessarily frozen. Oh, we're back. We're back. So yeah, so I was asking you, is everyone using Fruity Loops among the young producers that I have here? No, Reason, Logic, Ableton, FL. Okay, so we have one. Yes. Ableton. Okay, so we have a majority of Ableton and Logic and a few FL. The reputation of FL is to be extremely easy. I know that tracks like Levels by Avicii has been done on FL. Probably a lot of very, very big success have been made on FL. It really doesn't matter. So whatever software you want to use, anyway, they all have the same. They don't have all the same power, but they have the same kind of features. So we'll be able to find the features of Ableton on the other software. Cool. So that's one thing, and we'll go anyway. We'll go. I try to follow you guys as well. So if I see that everyone knows this, I will just skip it, and I'm not here to waste your time. Is FL? I don't have a definitive answer to that question. I'm not sure that FL is the best to start. It's either probably FL or Ableton. I think probably one of the two easiest to start with. What do you think about what I said about being different and try to express 100% of your personality in the tracks? That's something very important. I want to have your feedback on that one. Ableton is hard to start with. Okay. Bon. There is no definitive answer to this question, so it doesn't matter. Whichever you want is fine. Okay, I have a great question, which is which synth is used for Intoxicated, and I'm going to answer that question because it's actually okay. Well, that's great because it's actually a very good example of what I was saying just before. The reason why Intoxicated is special in the sound, it's because it's not a synth. It's a stack of a bass and real horns. It's not a sample either. It's a recording. I will show you in the next week. I will prepare this for you. I will show you the recording of the horn section. It's actually, to be precise, it's a complicated deal. It's 4 trombones and some tuba and some saxophones that I was recording in a live session in a studio. This is like where to find the sound that you want to use to make your own production. So good questions. I didn't see any comment about the idea of being different. Frozen with a funny face. The Wi-Fi of the hotel is pretty bad. Actually, I can share a little bit of that with you guys. We're in New York, and this little chat will happen in very different places, actually, probably. As you may know, I get to travel a lot, and this is fine. Okay, so so is there any comment? Okay, so we're gonna do a little game to finish. I prepared a little playlist. If I can open iTunes, which which of course doesn't want to open now. Okay, where are you, iTunes? Maybe here. Here. Oh my God. Okay. Putain, c'est de la folie. Okay, I'm just gonna restart iTunes because it's frozen like my face sometimes. Okay. J'ai jamais vu ça. Okay, we're on. Okay. What's this track? Oh, okay, we got some fast ones. Okay, so I'm just gonna share a little story about this one. So I first heard that on the radio in '95. Some of them were not even born. Most of you don't remember this because you were way too young to remember that. And that was one of the biggest shock of my whole music life. And this track is so different from anything else and so good at the same time that even if it's extremely underground, very like based on distorted sounds, it's super slow. It's it's much slower than any classic dance tracks. You know, it's 111 BPM, so that's like 10 BPM less than what was the deepest or the slower music you could find in the dance music scene. And of course, this made quite of a shock, quite of an impact on the scene, and that was obviously the beginning of the biggest artist of electronic music of all time. No one will contest that. My point is, it was crazy. Okay, everyone here?
I feel so close to you right now. It's a force field.
This is in my opinion the best Calvin Harris song. I'm a very big Calvin Harris fan. You'll see that, and this one is so amazing because he's singing to it. This track is very different from anything else, and it's not. I mean, if you think about it, it's especially when I first heard it, I would say that it's a bit more indie and a bit more original than most of the Calvin Harris songs. But it was also one of the most successful of his songs because it's different and it's personal. I'm gonna play you this, see if there are a couple of real music experts here. Who knows this? Don't Shazam it. Don't cheat. Right. Rum the real. Rum the real. I don't know. Has the. Okay. This is the first Prodigy song. That was like probably 93, you will confirm this or not. This track is so out of this world and so different from anything that existed before, even in the UK, which was already drum and bass infused, that it went to, I think it went to #1 in the UK. Yeah, he was born in 93. This is another example of being so different and so original can get you all the way and can get you to the, yeah, it sounds a little bit like X Express. It's true that it's not completely. And I mean, okay, I could go on forever. I will play you this one just for the fun of it. I like this one. This one is great because, again, I mean, this is like a classical strings instrumentation, and of course, I mean, it's a very strong hook for the ears because you're not really used to hear that kind of instruments in a very natural delivery in dance music, and this is another example of all the things that you can do with music, and this is what we'll try to explore. So anyway, I've put together a selection of tracks that will, let's have fun and just play this one just for fun.
Push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction.
Push me and then just touch me till I can get my satisfaction.
I like this example because it also shows that sometimes music can be very simple, and basically, if what you want to express is energy and fun and share it with the people, and you want to do it in the most simple way, but still with an originality, still with something that stands out, still with a little bit of an idea, and not just repeating something that you've heard before, it can get you all the way to Satisfaction by Benny Benassi, you know, which is a very, very basic track. There are maybe 4 tracks of music in this session, you know, like kick, snare, bass, this little voice, of course, which makes all the difference. There always has to be one element that makes the difference, and this is one thing that we'll talk about it. So anyway, I've put together a selection of essentials, of electronic music essentials that I will put on my Spotify shortly, and I invite you to check this and to feel that sometimes it's possible to do things in a very simple way. That the only thing that matters, it has to be personal, original. It has to be special. Crash. Okay, we're back. We are back live. We're back. We're back. Yeah, we'll talk about that next week. Actually, samples is definitely something that I would say almost I recommend, but I will tell you how to use samples. What are the ways to use samples? There's nothing wrong about samples. Absolutely. Yeah, the example of Kirby is interesting. It also shows that you can make it when you are like 16 or 15, and probably some of you guys are like 15 or 16, and it doesn't really matter though. If you're 25 or 16 or 30 or 13, it's not really, the age doesn't really matter here. So don't worry. 27 guy, everything's fine. 15 guy, everything's fine. Doesn't really matter. Next week we'll be in Ibiza, and I hope I will manage to find a better internet connection, so we don't have to crash all the times like this. We'll talk about vocals too. Actually, I've seen a question about that. So anyway, let me know. Send me comments on Twitter or anywhere. Let me know if you find this concept interesting. If you want to know more, if you want to follow me on that adventure of sharing the things I know about making music, and if you do, I'll definitely go on. And even, I mean, I can see there is like 170 guys of you. There is probably one half who are not really interested in making music, which is absolutely fine. It's open to everyone. But I mean, I'm at the end. If we have 20 or 25 guys who want to go, I'm just gonna say great, and I'm just gonna say we go, and that's what I wanna do. Okay, so thank you very much. Goodbye from New York, and see you next week in Ibiza. Bye. I love the byes, so I'm just bye.